And I'm back once again. Sorry for where the last video ended. My camera decided to conk out on me. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like recording much more than 5 minutes at a time, so welcome to part 2 of my review. And we'll see what I can cover here. So there's a number of things I'd like to bring up, and of course, yeah, I probably should get the tripod set up at some point, but it's really tricky getting the appropriate distance of the tripod. So I'm blathering again, aren't I? So let's see. In the intervening time, I've taken the opportunity to trim the mould line on the hair a little. I say a little because it's not a bad mould line. You know, it's rather subtle. However, the sheer amount of detailing on the hair means that, you know, getting in between every single strand to trim that mould line down is going to be an absolute nightmare. And I probably won't bother, to be honest, because it's so subtle anyway, it's going to barely make a difference. So, sorry, put my thumb somewhere bad there. Right, something I wanted to say is I love the battle damage on these shoulder plates. I'm not sure if I'm... there we go. And you can see it there, and there's a few bits, you know, like here, which is one of the reasons I'm thinking of doing them as leather. I mean, they could be metal, but the distortion, just if I can use my little finger here, there, as it bends out on the upper piece, above the, so as the, you know, as the cut has gone from that ridge through, the edge of the ridge has been kind of torn away a bit, so that the more malleable, pliable, you know, impression I'm getting is that this is some kind of thick beast hide. Ears. I'd like to mention the ears. They get special mention. So she has, you know, one ear, right? And the earlobe is quite well defined and well formed, and then on this side it's slightly less well defined. You see it just seems to go straight into the head, and that's kind of impossible. Now, while her nostrils are slightly mismatched, and to be fair, you know, as the owner of a man of, you know, slightly mismatched nostrils, it's perfectly fine. Noses can be wonky, but ears, on the other hand, the earlobes tend to match. You either have quite well defined lobes, or you have those sort of lobeless ears that go straight into the side of the head or neck. And regardless of which kind you have, you tend to have both the same on both sides. Unless you've had some kind of horrible ear-injuring accident or something. Now, probably the main reason for this, like when painting eyes, for example, I am right-handed, so if you see my little finger here for my right hand coming in from holding the camera, that's the direction my brush would come from, so I would paint this eye, and then I would turn the face upside down to paint this eye, because it's just easier to reach it that way. And I suspect it's the same with the ears. Now, you know, this is not an insult to the skill of the sculptor at all. This is a marvellous piece. It's just a comment. And so what I think I'll have to do is a little bit of tricky shading to imply the earlobe is slightly well more defined. And, there's a little bit more trimming needing to be done on the tips of these plates here, especially this one. I'll have to trim it to maintain that ridge there. Also, these, I'm not sure if these are supposed to be stitching. They look like big male links holding the leather sections on over the armour here. The male here, it looks like, now I'd have to get out my old mail from, you know, live roleplay days of yore to check, but it looks like the links of the male, the rows, may be going in the wrong direction. Maybe going up and down when they should be going side to side. But I'm not going to quibble too close about that because it's a gorgeous piece. I am looking forward to painting her. I do have an approximate colour scheme in mind, and I'm thinking if I, on the back here, use it, because it's textured like some kind of rawhide, I'm thinking of carrying over the kind of leathery colours from here to make it a, to get a sense of completion. And well, there we are. That's part 2 of my review. I may put something up when she's painted eventually, but for now we have one slender-faced, rather proud Northern Barbarian waiting for her fellow shield maidens to come in the second Kickstarter. Okay, well, that wraps it up. Bye bye for now.